Maui, even with one meow meow, they can still pull off a win. Let's peep this show. Make sure you guys smash the love, equip it, subscribe, and guys don't miss out on more Ross content. MBT sent over the Chalice Slime monthly breakdown for September here. This is with Crossout Designator, all the good stuff legal here. So top 16 for this event was 3 Tri-Brigade, 2 Phantom Knights, 2 Adding Nisters, 1 Praying Kids, by the way. The deck won the whole frickin' event, by the way. I'll cover that here in a second for you guys when we go into the list here. But that's insane. We had 1 Drytron, 1 Eldritch, 1 Greymanju, 1 B Trooper, 1 Amazement, 1 True Draco, 1 Subterra, 1 ABC. Should catch all that rogue, because that's a lot. Tri-Brigade's still sitting at the top, doesn't surprise me. Phantom Knight's kind of running at, or rolling over a little bit here for more combo. Kind of interesting, actually. 2 Adding Nister. I mean, we've talked about how good a Towers monster is. That just kind of gets to stumble on into the format here and do effectively whatever they want. So that's pretty good news to me. Praying Kids winning the event, I think that's the most interesting thing here. And like I said, like with 1 Meow Meow here, the change in the metagame is relatively interesting in that regard, because it means that either players are underestimating what this deck does, or they just haven't had enough time to adapt, or a Crossout Designator just makes that much of a difference here in the grand scheme of things. But holy moly, like Drytron as a one-of, sitting down here, 1 Ava really messed this deck up, but was it enough to, like, bully the deck down to a lower representation? No. The way it looks, it's still sitting here with the rest of Rogue, which, you know, between Eldritch, Greymanju, Bugs, you know, Burst of Destiny, they get another line of support here. Amazement, True Draco, Subterra, and ABC. Man, people do love their rogue when it comes to stuff like this. That is very interesting to me for the breakdown for this. Now let's go take a look at the deck list, shall we? Now, the first list we have here is the winning Praying Kids list. This was played by MGMFA. I had to, of course, try to pronounce it. So this is what a Crossout Designator build looks like with only 2 Crossout Designators here. You can see the inclusion of the one-of hand traps here across the board from the Ash, the Ghost Bell, and the Weaver, choosing not to play a imperm here for anything that's interesting. I also see that we have, of course, triple droplets. We are playing the 1 Fusion Recycling Plant, which I feel like is fine. 1 Mystic Mind to slow down the pace of the game. And the double inclusion of the TC Boo here in the main deck feels very, very strange to me. Why? This person doesn't like 3-ofs unless it's named Forbidden Droplet and Talents, I noticed. Of course, there's the 1 Meow Meow that you'll see. Unfortunately, we don't get full access to it. We're citing the Feather Duster. It's fine. We're citing the 3rd Crossout Designator as well. So freaking weird to me. The ratios on this deck, I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm glad to see that Instant Fusion making a little bit of a comeback in here. And of course, all of our combo pieces here are straight 3-ofs. I think with the loss of Meow Meow, you can't really step down off of trying to play 2 Roxys. I think that this is kind of now mandatory. So, am I surprised to see that this deck did so well for this? No. I think that a lot of people are going to underestimate this deck, or maybe they just didn't play against a lot of Ascension Pass. Still got to reference my favorite Hinko Chow quote. Remember, this deck's supposed to lose to Ascension Pass, alright? Ascension is that powerful in the grand scheme of things for this deck. So, guys, daily reminder that you're supposed to automatically lose to Ascension Pass with Praying Kids. It's not a very good situation since your kitty cat's at 1 now. So I feel like your deck has to be more combo reliant at this point in time, which, while it's not an amazing thing, just little things to note out here. So congratulations, first place. Second place out here was freaking Phantom Knights, man. Alright, Faraldo out here, locking down a good second place here. Of course, you see the stray hand traps here. Of course, these things have become more of a culturalized norm at this point. The 1 Red Eyes Fusion for the ending boards that you're going to see this deck wanting to put up here. Of course, we're maximizing on triple Crossout Designator. I'm going to love the fact that this card sees so much play, and then people kind of start to round it out and cut it off. I think in terms of ratios for the Phantom Knight package, that this feels very normal. 42 in this deck is fine as well. The Redoer down here is kind of interesting. I haven't seen that in a while. We are also not playing the F-Zero Draco package for the universal negate my opponent's stuff. I mean, ending on an Apo, a Dragoon, and the F-Zero. It's probably been the most intimidating boards I've seen with this deck. Outside of that, I see that we have the Nibiru and Lancia to side in if we think our opponent's going to side those in. So good counter picks there overall. But that looks like that wraps up second place for you guys here. Now the Drytron list made it all the way to third/fourth place here. And this was piloted by Shrug. Now, who needs more than one of this? I know a few people pre-list were looking at this card and kind of rounding it down to lower numbers, so that's interesting. Oh, and once again, look, this deck isn't playing Crossout Designator. I mentioned in some other previous videos that, Drytron might be one of the decks because it's kind of so tight on its construction that it might not explore the possibility of Crossout Designator, and it looks like that comes to be true here. We're on the standard 5 here, the Herald of Ultimateness, of course. The Instant Fusion for the Millennium Ice has become a little bit more of a standard norm. We're playing with double Matanas to not deal with any of the BS shenanigans that might come up from, our unfavorable matchups here. So I think DD Crow, by the way. So I think overall that this is pretty fine, all things considered. The anti-fun card down here. Next up here, we have Melfi Tri-Brigade. And this was some person's 4th place, 3rd place list here. We are maxing out on the triple Obedience Gold. I remember we just covered a list on this channel, and somebody was like, why are you playing 2 Obedience Gold? It's the best card in your deck. Understandable. All right, we are playing more of the dedicated Melfi cards here versus the hide and seek in the tag. We are also playing the Hopbeard Squadron here, so you could take advantage of that immediate ability to synchro during the opponent's main phase. We are not playing the Netria Beast in here, which I understand why people don't like it. It doesn't feel as powerful as it once was. Also, shout out to the one Revolt in here. That feels a little bit weird. Kind of feel like you might want to play 2 of that, but maybe in the grand scheme of things in construction here, something you really wouldn't have to worry about. The other thing is we are boarding the Crossout Designator. You can see we've already got the built-in effect Veiler in the main deck. If we need it, we have access to it. All right, so that works. Now, some honorable mention stuff here. Adding Nister. This was Omelette Lettuce's 5th through 8th place list here. Now, interesting enough, the Tower's concept of Mr. Big Guy here has been nothing short of amazing. And now that Crossout Designator gets a chance to kind of come into the format here, now things like Nibiru, things like Droll and Lockbird, hey, guess what? We're playing these in some sort of capacity here. Now you don't have to worry about these hand traps. Now you just have to worry about, opening this up. Worried about Imperm messing up your day? No problem, man. Crossout Designator's got you. I also like the fact that we are playing double Prosperity in here. Actually, that's going to make the sculpting options a little bit better, but I think with Prosperity in this deck, you're going to put more of that dedication to, if your opponent does out Mr. Big Guy here, I don't really think you're going to get the chance to recover at the end of that. It's kind of your trade-off for milling and going through the extra deck and building that relatively large monster. So I do like this. This is very interesting, actually. Next up here, this was... Ooh, bugs! This was X69 429's B-Trooper list. Ah, yes. Triple Resonance Insect. I see that our vanilla target, instead of being the basic little insect, is actually the Flying Kaminari number 2. I guess the cool thing about this deck is you do get to pick your poison for the little guy. Once again, there's those Crossout Designators. Our targets for this one are Ash, Effect Veiler, and Space Rock. And we're even going as far as to playing the Skullmeister in here. And then, of course, there's the one Infinite Impermanence. And then down here, really citing a Silent Insect. This card is changed to face down defense position when his normal or flip summon. They gave the effects of all continuous spell cards and trap cards. Okay. Well, that's a really good Floodgate monster. And of course, we're citing the other Droll down here. So much going. Primitive Butterfly. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from the hand. Once per turn, increase the level of all insect-type monsters you currently control by 1. This insect list is very interesting. And the last list I have for you guys here is King Magic Rulers ABC list. Yes, we are playing 1 gold gadget for extensions. We're actually playing double Union Driver. Well, that's interesting. There's the Crossout Detonators, and we are also packing in 1 Zombie World. What in the world is this duel? I mean, hey, you know what? If it works, it works. All right, being able to just not let the opponent have a fun time is not bad. I really like this. This is some very interesting tech right here. Well, guys, what do you think about all of the deck list from this event. This is some really spicy stuff. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the loving crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on lost content. And of course, give MBT a nice little subscribe on the internet so they can, of course, get to 100K as well. All right, guys, I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day with some more cool lost content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.